Alright. So after you trace, and you can see what it looks like. You guys see that? That's an outstanding job by me, if I say so myself. You're going to want to get your white colored pencil, and you can see how sharp it is. You see that? It's really sharp. And you're going to get a black colored pencil. I haven't passed those out yet, but I will. You want it super, super sharp. I have some pencil sharpeners like this. Just make sure you return them and don't steal them, because those things walk off. Plus, I bought the 2 new ones. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find the easiest parts first, and I would say the easiest parts are what? Does anybody want to take a guess? Well, yeah, because you leave those alone. The black parts, yes, you leave alone. I'm talking about the white parts. So like right here, and there's a lot of glare from the fluorescence, but see how I put my hand over there? It's not all pure white, just trust me on this. So notice how I do this. I don't sit there and just cram it down like that. I'm going to very, very carefully. So you guys can see instead of going straight up and down and mashing it, I'm going at an angle, and I'm using what kind of strokes, people? Short circular strokes. If you want to get good at this, it's not a race. Everybody goes like this, and you can see all your pencil lines. You guys know what I'm talking about when you color fast, when you guys are in a race. There's not a race. This should be very therapeutic. So the white parts are easy. You guys see how easy that is, right? And you can see I've already dulled my pencil, point to some extent. So I'm going to sharpen it. I sharpen a lot. So I'm pushing really, really hard right here. Okay, so now I'm going to sharpen my pencil. And I want to show you how to do the gray parts, because those are the hardest. And it's all about pressure, people. It's all about pressure. So you can see right here, I put this line in right here. And I don't know if you guys can see this. You can't see it from there, but trust me, it's like a light gray into white. So this is all going to be white, so I'm going to do this all the way through there. I'll take about 5 minutes just to do that part. But this part, I'm not going to push as hard. So like I said, it's all about pressure. And notice, I'm not straight up and down. I'm at an angle because I want to preserve my point as long as I can. And again, it's tiny, tiny little circular strokes. Allows you to get in there, get all those little black fuzzy parts. Let me zoom in some more if I can. Nope, I can't. All right. But I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Can you guys see the difference between that and that? That's a little darker. That's very, very bright. Now, for the gray parts, so say the sleeve right here on a shirt, I'd rather you be not pushing hard enough than push too hard. Because if you push too hard and go too light, you can't go darker. Does that make sense? So for this part right here, the shadow right here, it's right there. I'll get the super sharp again. So I like a super sharp pencil. Very, very light pressure, because I can always go lighter. No, I can always go lighter, not darker. You're getting it confused, but that's fine. So I hit this line, and what happens when I hit this line and go right here? Does it get lighter or darker? It gets lighter, so I should push what? A little harder. But notice I'm taking my time. If you take your time like I am, you'd be surprised how well you do. You want to go nice and slow like this. Now, if you have a texture that has hair, obviously you're going to be making these kind of strokes. And sometimes if it's dark hair, you don't push very hard. But if it's light hair, you push kind of hard. It's all about the texture that you have. And you'll notice right here, it's a little bit lighter. So when I go over there, I didn't really mark that in, but I kind of can tell where it is. I'm going to push just a little bit harder. You guys just need to micro focus on the spot that you're working on. You see, it just got a little bit brighter, and then I'm just going to fade it out to that gray. Not pushing very hard. You guys see how long it takes me just to do this one little spot, right? So you can see the difference there. You guys see it right there? Now these really dark gray spots, those are hard, but that's where the black colored pencil can come in and help you if you mess up. So it's going to be right here, barely touching. I mean just barely. You can't even probably tell that I'm even working it, can you? Now for this black part right here, you can either leave that alone, or I like to even enhance it a little bit to get a black colored pencil. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it's getting darker. You guys see that?
Yeah.
This also helps you if you make mistakes. Say you go too bright, you can use this super sharp and go over it like this. I'm barely touching it. I'm barely touching it. You guys see that? Just barely touching it. You probably don't even notice that it's getting darker, but it is. So it's all about pressure. It's about taking your time. It's about really focusing on what you see, the values that you see. The hard part, some people think the hard part is actually doing the tracing. I would disagree. I would say the hard part is matching up the values so it makes sense. Now, so go slow, and what should your pencil be? Very sharp.